We as a crew have been texting all weekend about some of the amazing victories in college football. I don't know. I think there was a team that played this weekend that you were really excited about. Maybe there was a big game. I don't know.
There's this little team from a sleepy little town in Texas called Austin. Just a group of guys, a ragtag bunch that decided to get together, sew together a pigskin and go into Tuscaloosa and get a win. They said these boys would never be back. They said these guys barely know a first down from a touchdown. And you know what happened? They went in there and they played a Texas brand of football that those guys in Tuscaloosa haven't seen in a long time, that I haven't seen in a long time. And we got it done, and I had about 25 old fashions, a little less. There were a lot. There were, woo! That's all I drank the entire night. I said, just keep them coming. And I was in a bar here in D.C. with a ton of Texas exes. Catherine was getting super annoyed with me, and I agree with her. I would have been annoyed as well because we got there an hour and a half before game time, nary a seat in the house. So I kept switching from one table to another to get us the best seat. And then we had some friends join us. There were about 8 of us together who all went to Texas, except for one guy. He was just a Texas fan because he went to Austin and he loved it. And so finally, about midway through the first quarter, she was like, you're right. These are great seats. I was like, yes, I'm sorry. I get really manic when I want to watch the game. But it was awesome. It was incredible. It's the best viewing experience and best Texas game I've watched in probably a decade. So, yes, it was very good for me. Chelsea, what about you? And I appreciate you. You woke up this morning, you said, I don't have burnt orange, but I have something that's close, so I'm going to wear it in honor of the Texas win, and I salute you for that decision, which you probably didn't make.
Yeah, I really wanted to wear my orange rainbow earrings, so I wanted to wear something that matched them. If you're watching on Twitch, I have these delightful orange rainbow earrings.
Jenks, who is your Monday MVP?
I'm going to go with Coco Gauff. I know you're thinking I was going to go with Quinn, and he was awesome. It was amazing. That's the best night I've had in a long time. It was incredible. However, what Coco Gauff did at the U.S. Open was pretty amazing. And I have to say, before the Texas game came on in the bar and everyone was watching the end of the Open and the final point took place and Coco fell to the surface and was crying, watching her hug her parents at 19 years old, I kind of got emotional. I'm not going to lie. It was a really awesome moment. And everyone in the bar, we were talking about supporting the country, about being arrogant. Everyone in the bar started chanting, USA, USA. Everyone was behind Coco Gauff. So as much as I want to give it to Quinn because he was masterful in that win against Alabama, again, easily his best game in a Texas uniform. Tua was awesome. But Coco Gauff at 19 years old pulling this off is remarkable. She's a baby. She is a baby. And I can't imagine being 19 and you accomplish something like this. That's hard for me to fathom. It was a great moment for tennis, great for American tennis, and great to watch her individually afterwards. I'm going Coco Gauff.
I think she definitely deserves some credit here. But since you brought her up, I'll go the other route. And I think this is a very tough call between Quinn Ewers and Tua Tagovailoa. Because if you give this to Tua Tagovailoa, which I kind of want to, because this was a statement game that was disproving a narrative that Tua was underperforming as a number 1 overall pick and that there was not a good quarterback in there. Like, how many times have we heard the discourse on, oh, is Tua going to be a franchise quarterback? He looked every bit a franchise quarterback in this game, but you cannot get the MVP of the weekend to Tua without at least breaking off a little piece and giving it to Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek Hill, yards after catch, was it over 50 in this game? He was part of the reason why Tua was so successful, because when you have somebody who is a cheat code as a receiver, it makes your job a lot easier. Like, imagine if Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill still. I think that Lions game would have been a different story. So I'm going to go with Quinn Ewers here, because this was a massive game for Texas, a massive game with college football playoff implications. And also, he did this on the road in a hostile environment in Tuscaloosa at night against a really good defense. And it wasn't that he was just completing passes. he was dropping dimes. The touch that he had on some of these passes, whoo, boy, was it pretty. So I don't think that Jenks has to be a homer here to see that Quinn Ewers had a fantastic night, especially after coming out the first game of the season and looking a little nervous. So a huge statement game for Texas and a huge statement win for Quinn Ewers. So I'm going to go Quinn Ewers, MVP of the weekend.
Yeah, Chelsa.
Woo! Let's make it 2 for 2. Quinn Ewers, MVP Monday. Shame on you, Jenks, for not picking your guy. Once again, I'm telling you, you doubt.
I know.
Put out all that negative energy. It's Quinn Ewers, ladies and gentlemen. He had the absolute best weekend out of anybody.
I think both of these defenses are where the money is going to be made for me. I'll be on the under with you. And also the primetime trend has been the under over the past 4 seasons. Primetime unders have gone 124 and 80, including a couple of unders starting the year with the Lions and Chiefs game. That one finished a total of 41 when the total was in the 50s for that one. Then last night, we saw the slugfest, the one-sided slugfest that was the Cowboys upending the Giants 40-0. That one stay under the total as well. So I'm going to bank on that trend of primetime unders hitting and also the fact that we have 2 great defenses squaring off here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Although I will say, if I'm forced to pick a side here, and man, this line has been all over the place, I think I'll go Bills money line, just because we know who the Bills are, right? They are a proven commodity. We know this is what the Bills are going to do. They're going to be great during the regular season. They're probably going to win the division. I think they will. And then they'll probably disappoint come the playoffs. I would love to see the Bills come through. All we've done, at least all I've done, I don't want to speak for you, is pimp the Bills and pimp Josh Allen for MVP for I feel like a few years now. And they just haven't gotten it done. Now the Bills have won 5 of their last 6 against the Jets. I wish Von Miller were going to play in this game, and he'll be back before the end of the season on the PUP list right now, because when he played last year, I know he was banged up. He was absolutely effective. In fact, even in his short span playing last year, still tied for the lead in sacks on that Bills roster, that Bills defense. Still, I don't know what we're going to see from the Jets. We're just projecting, right? When you make such a huge change at quarterback, yes, they're going to be better. But are they going to be ready week 1 against a Bills team where you know what you're going to get? I'm not quite so sure. I will take the Bills on the money line, minus 130. John, we always talk about when it comes to betting on football, and it's early, whether it's college football, whether it's the NFL, it's difficult for bettors, at least for us on this show, because your sample size is so small. When you guys are setting numbers and when you're looking at the metrics or the data, is it harder for you guys as well, or do you have an edge because of algorithms or because of the sample size you look at the previous season? How is your process different now than it will be maybe 8-9 weeks from now?
I think something the trading team does that maybe a casual bettor wouldn't is not overreact to small sample sizes. A good example, Chiefs on Thursday night lost. Of course, there was some reasons there. They're out without Travis Kelce, without Chris Jones, 2 of their 3 best players. And, the reactions, the takes the next day, are the Chiefs done, whatever, right? But when you look at their futures odds, they just moved from 6-1 to 7-1 to win the Super Bowl. They're still tied with the Eagles as the favorite. So it's important to make small adjustments and not overreact. But you often see with casual bettors that the sky is falling if a team loses, or they're going to win the Super Bowl if their favorite team has a blowout like the Cowboys.
Also, I think that's why the look-ahead lines are important, like to see how much the line shifts after a team plays one game, and you shouldn't overreact to some of those. All right, so let's move on to Monday Night Football. Where are we seeing the money come in, whether it's a side or a total on this Bills and Jets matchup?
Yeah, this is a really interesting one. We have 2 popular teams here. Bills, one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Jets with Aaron Rodgers now and the offseason acquisition. Betting's coming in on Buffalo as a small road favorite. We're seeing around 60% of bets money's pretty evenly split on this game. So there's no strong need for the book at this time. Of course, more than 90% of all bets and money will come in the hours leading up to kickoff. So a lot can change between now and Monday night.